There. Oh, shoot. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I started playing Apex Legends, and I really like it, and I'm actually not that bad. And,
I'm trash.
well, do you play with friends, or do you play by yourself?
Yeah, when I play by myself, I'm like dead immediately. But when I play with others, I'm actually like I'm okay.
The only win I ever got, I played with total strangers.
Seriously,
Yep.
you talk with them
100%.
like over voice chat,
No,
dude. That's god tier right there, man.
I know. Well, I think we got the win because we narrowly avoided almost every encounter. Whoa, you good over there? There an earthquake on your end or something?
Who me? Oh no, I was just moving my mic. Are we
Oh,
recording?
that's better. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it was an earthquake. I don't know how that affects anything. Uh, but yeah, that's impressive. I definitely can do that. I die immediately when I play that game, if unless I'm playing with other people. Feels kind of Borderlandsy too. Like if you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
With the way like you open
the
crates.
The art style is very Borderlands. And some like the big icons over the guns and stuff is
Oh yeah,
Borderlands.
exactly.
The one thing I think it's the same developers as Titanfall, I
Yeah, it's
believe.
respawn.
And I can really see the similarities in the world. I think it's like
It's the same world.
technically the same universe or whatever.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Um, but like the um the aesthetic is like the same, futuristic, and like you fall from the sky, and like there's those big dinosaurs off in the distance like in Titanfall.
Yep. Which
um
they didn't really touch on, which I
no,
think would have been cool.
Titanfall 1 and 2 both had giant freaking dinosaurs, and they
I know.
never like explain it. And when I say giant, I mean they're like
Huge.
huge, like massive. Like
Like Empire State
they're
Building.
part of the skybox pretty much. Like they're
Yeah,
massive.
literally.
Like taller than the Empire State Building, man. They're huge.
Yeah, definitely.
But which is so cool, and they're like off in the distance on the Apex map. It's so neat. I don't know. I just really like the aesthetic of giant dinosaurs. It's really cool. I was a huge dinosaur fan as a kid. I had all kinds of books where I would just look at pictures of them. I
Yeah, me
always
too.
thought dinosaurs were really fascinating.
Did you watch what was that movie called? It was a Disney movie. It was animated with dinosaurs. Did you ever watch that?
Uh, what was it like? The Littlefoot
Not
dinosaur?
Littlefoot.
Yeah, what
Littlefoot
was
was
that
good.
called? The Land of the
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time. That's right.
That was a show. That was a cartoon, and that was
Yeah,
fantastic. Such a good
amazing.
cartoon.
Um, what was the other one you were talking about?
The other one was like a C. It was like a CG one. I feel like it had somebody like.
Was it just
Trying to
called
think.
Dinosaur?
I think it was called Dinosaur. I think you're right. I think it
That's
was
a
just called
Google.
Dinosaur.
I'm googling that.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, that had the weirdest animation. I used to like sit like as a kid. I can remember just the title screen animation like going over and over and over because I watched the movie so much as a
yeah,
kid.
it came out in 2000. It was a CG
Yep.
movie. It has 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Um, it's not that good of a movie, but the animation, like the highest praises I'm seeing in the reviews are like its animation. Because like I remember for the first time, this was like my first big CG movie when I was a kid. Of course, I was a 2000s kid growing up. Um, and
Mhm.
like as this being my first big like CG animated movie that I really liked, I loved the fact that like when the dinosaurs got wet, like they looked like
Oh,
their
you could
the
see it.
skin, you
Yeah.
could see it. And like or when there was like dirt, when they were like in a desert, they like kicked up
Mhm.
dirt when they walked, and there were like dust clouds, and that was like unreal to me. Like the fact that that wasn't filmed with the real camera was crazy. And parts of the movie back then when they did CG, I think parts of the movie were probably filmed with like a real camera, but I like they would mask the special effects over those already existing shots and stuff. It was just a really cool movie back then, but if you probably go back and watch it now, it's probably a steaming pile of crap.
Oh, it does not age well. I've watched pieces because my mom babysits a little bit.
Yeah.
So like I've seen it a couple times. I remember, and it's yeah, it has not aged well. It's pretty rough looking. But yeah, that is such a like thing that I can remember in my childhood is just watching that movie like an insane amount. That and The Lion King. Apparently, like I literally broke the VHS watching that movie so much
I was
as a
never
kid.
really into The Lion King. I know that that's a huge millennial thing that like every millennial child loves The Lion King, but I'm
So good.
not.
I mean, honestly,
It's a good movie and I like it, but I'm not like on that level as like it's one of the best animated films ever made. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. I
let's
don't
not go crazy.
know. It's just like I don't know. It's not revolutionary.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
it's not Steamboat Willie, you know? It's not on that same level of like introducing an entire
sure.
generation to animated movies, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I certainly enjoyed it as a kid.
I think it's a good movie and I think it deserves a lot of the praise it gets, but I also think it's overrated.
Yeah,
Unpopular opinion. Definitely unpopular.
hot takes. Hot
Very
takes here at the
hot
Full
take.
Future Reference podcast.
The hottest take.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get so many people upset. All 10 of our
All
viewers,
10 people who
all
watch
10
this
of them. Yeah,
podcast are going to
they're
get
gonna be so
upset about
mad.
the fact that I think The Lion King is a good movie.
But
I literally
it's
said that. It's a good movie, okay? It's a good movie. It's
yeah,
just
keep it
not
down in the comments there.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite Disney movie?
I'm a really big Incredibles fan. I
Oh, easily.
love The Incredibles.
That was what I was thinking too. I mean, I get it, it is Pixar, but I mean, I guess it's Disney too.
Well, Pixar.
Pixar
I
Disney,
think
whatever.
Pixar counts as Disney. If not, then Mulan.
I watched Mulan at such a young age, like once, and I never saw it again.
It's
So I don't feel
so
like
good. It's
I remember it
so
being good,
good. It's so good. Um,
better than The Lion King.
I think so.
Hmm. I mean, The Incredibles is definitely better than The Lion King. I mean, The Incredibles is just so the art direction in that movie is
Oh
like
yeah,
beautiful,
I
and
love
that's
the futuristic 1950s feel. Oh,
yeah, it
not
is a
exactly
very
futuristic, but it's like alluded to that it takes place in modern time, but all of the art style is like 50s inspired,
yeah, it's very
50s and 60s.
yeah, it's a very '60s retro
Yeah.
like aesthetic, and it's comes together so well. I think in the new one, it works really well because it. I feel like they really capitalized on like superheroes of that time, like when comics were starting to get kind of bigger. Like they
Yes.
all had that very like poppy, like very iconic, bold colors, like a lot of contrast kind of look, and that carries over
Yes.
to their art style really well. And I think it makes it like a perfect sort of like style to do it like a superhero movie in.
Yeah.
And
I
did you see
love
Incredibles 2?
I did it was not as good as the first one, but I really liked it.
I really liked it too. I think that they changed up the format of the movie. Like it's such a I feel like it's such a different type of movie than the first one,
Yeah.
and
It was too
like I feel like
goofy.
it was a little goofy.
I
It,
didn't like all the added superheroes. I thought that was a little much. Like
that was a little much. I
they
agree.
could have done that same thing and added superheroes, but made them less ridiculous and stupid looking.
Yeah,
It
I
was
agree with
just
that.
very like I get the messages that like it's trying to like blend in like just be yourself and that's the best kind of you that you can be and you're a hero because you're special and you are great the way that you are. I get that, but it was
Mhm.
so on the nose.
It was pretty. Yeah, it
It
was
was
pretty heavy handed. I agree.
I just think that was a little much because
Yeah,
literally every Pixar movie is has the same message like you are special, be who you are, you know, like Frozen that one's very self-pleasing.
yeah,
Um,
and I
Wreck-It
feel like
Ralph isn't Disney, is it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't
It's
know what
that's
else would it
Disney.
be, or is it DreamWorks?
DreamWorks maybe.
Maybe I'm not sure.
That's a big be yourself movie.
Oh, definitely. I saw Wreck-It Ralph too, and I might have talked about it on a previous podcast, but it was okay.
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
It's
I mean,
got to be. They got the copyright. No, they had. Yeah, it's Disney. They had
hmm.
the rights to use the princesses in the second one, right?
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's
right.
gotta be. They would never give that to like DreamWorks or anything.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's definitely part of it. Um, but I feel like the animation and the gosh, the animation was like on point for the second movie. Like really, like I'd watch it again just for how well animated all the characters are, and I really like that about it. Like it has a really unique animation style because it mimics like old games and new games and like just video games in general, and it pulls off really well. I like that about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely you know, hands down, Incredibles is
Yeah.
probably my favorite. Um, yeah, it was pretty good. I feel like it was a little obvious, you know, in the beginning of the movie who the like you know who the what was it, the Overwatcher or something in the
Yeah,
Simpsons.
it's really obvious that
It is the
that's
chick.
not going to be the main villain.
Oh yeah,
She's too friendly for it to be a good plot twist.
yeah. There was something wrong. Like there,
And you can tell like they make it so obvious that she's not a good person. Whereas like the villain in the first movie is such a surprise.
so good. And what I actually like a lot about the first movie is like we were talking about the message of like the second one being very, you know, be yourself. I actually like the message that Syndrome sort of um sort of what he kind of hangs on to is that like he was sort of othered basically like in the first movie, like he was just kind of put to the side as like just, you know, a normal person, and he wanted to be a superhero. And his whole motivation is that like, you know, if basically, you know, I don't want superheroes to feel special, basically. So his idea was just to make everybody into superheroes, and then there would be a level playing ground, which is such a weird, like, interesting, you know, like
It's
motivation for
such
a
a good
villain.
motivation, dude.
Really,
He's a
really good though.
really underrated, well-written villain. And like he doesn't get enough credit as a good movie or at least animated movie villain. I mean, who are the ones that everybody thinks of? It's like Scar and then what's his face from Aladdin.
I was thinking the
Like
exact two
all the
characters.
big Disney villains, you
A
know?
Jafar? Is it Jafar?
Yeah, it's Jafar.
Okay,
And
I've
then
literally never seen it.
like you haven't seen Aladdin?
I don't think so. No, not all the way through at
It's pretty
least.
good. It's like a 7 for me.
Like a mid tier
Yeah, it's good.
Disney movie. Oh,
It's a good movie. It's not great, but it's good. You know, it's right there in that good zone. You know, definitely worth a watch.
I'm familiar with the Good Zone.
The yeah. So, um, Syndrome is like such an amazing, well written villain, and I love. I just his motivation is so interesting and like it's really dark too.
Yeah.
Like he was literally killing superheroes, and he killed a ton of them. He was
Oh yeah.
personally responsible for killing off like all of Mr. Incredible's old friends,
Friends. Yep.
which is like crazy, and you never think about that as a kid.
And then like he's also like in a completely like abusive relationship with that chick.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's like
so
heavily alluded to that he hits her. Well, he does hit
oh,
her, doesn't
he
he?
literally does. I think
Yeah,
he, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. That's
Which is
crazy.
like which I really like how like not that he hits her, but just that they weren't afraid to like really make it exactly what they wanted it to be. The
Yeah,
first movie.
and then the bad guys have like guns,
Guns. They just straight up have guns.
and then they literally die too. They
Oh yeah,
actually
absolutely.
get killed when they're chasing after the kids. Like they weren't afraid to like make the movie a little adult, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some adult themes, especially with like, you know, Helen, you know, being worried that her husband was cheating,
Yeah,
and that whole thing, and that's again a very adult theme, and
really
like,
good subplot.
and I never really caught that as a kid, and I feel like they did it in such a tasteful way to where, you know, like kids aren't really going to catch on,
Yeah.
but adults like really get subtext of what's going on,
Yeah,
and I really appreciate that in that movie, which I think
absolutely.
is why it's easily my favorite.
I think Incredibles has always sort of been like a 9 out of 10 for me. It's so good.
It's really, really
So
good.
so good. The second one was just kind of disappointing. But that's not to say it's not a good movie. It's really, really well animated. I think it's
Oh,
some of
amazingly.
Pixar's best work, honestly.
Like the way
Um.
she has that bike where it like splits apart and she uses it to her
Oh,
advantage.
dude.
That's just like that is such an amazing idea and like really gives way to like really creative animation and
Of
making that whole
course.
thing work.
And
So good.
the way that Violet's hair moves, like in this just the scenes where she's being normal, is like
Yeah.
so complex and well animated. Like I can't imagine how long it would take a computer to render that, you know?
Yeah, dude, I don't even understand that.
It's so good. And then like they had on all like the characters' clothes, they had like the little cotton fuzzes,
Oh
like the
my
tiny
gosh, I saw
fuzzes.
that. Yeah,
So good.
amazing.
Yeah. So Incredibles 2 is I would say it's in the good zone as well. But it's nowhere near the first one. The first
Yeah.
one is just so like so well done.
Did you see the difference between what was Violet's love interest? What was it? I think it was like, like a really
I don't remember his nim
normal name, like
Randy or
Brian.
something.
It was like something super
Yeah.
like John. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was it? Whatever. Like his character, like from the first movie, you took like a screen cap of him,
Uh-huh.
and then you compared it with the new one. It's like a completely different guy.
Really?
Like it's animated like, and the design of his character is like super overhauled. Like the first one, he literally looks like a crackhead, and then the new one, he's just like this pretty boy. I'll have to send it to you, but it's yeah, it's ridiculous how much they changed that, and I feel like all the other characters they did like a really like nice
Mm,
representation of like the
yeah.
transition from the old one. I think they changed the voice actors and actresses a little bit.
Not for the
Most
main cast.
Dash I think was different. I think Dash is the only one
No
that they changed.
way.
I'm pretty sure they changed his voice actor. Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I can let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, it sounded different. It almost sounds like a woman, which I thought was kind of weird. Um, Here, let me pull it up.
I loved Bob Odenkirk. I always loved Bob Odenkirk.
Oh yeah, so good.
I don't
Yeah,
care what
really
he's
really
in.
good.
Bob Odenkirk is amazing.
All right, let me
Same
see.
actor for Violet.
Yep, I definitely knew it was gonna be the same. Yeah, Tony Reiniger. That's what it was. um, let's see. I don't even see his.
Oh, I forgot that Jonathan Banks was Rick Dicker.
Yep.
He's a good actor. He was so incredible in Breaking Bad. But I still need to watch Better Call Saul.
Yeah, that's been on my watch list for like a long time. Because I put it on there and I was like, yeah, I'll watch this, and I never watched it.
I've heard it's a prequel
Is it really? Okay, that's
to
interesting.
Breaking Bad. Kind of.
Um, I literally can't even pull up Dash's thing. Oh, here you go. I found it. Yeah, Spencer Fox. And then in the new one, let me see who plays the new one.
That's Bob Odenkirk, right? Better Call Saul?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bob Odenkirk.
Yes. Okay, so it is a different voice actor. Yeah, Dash did change the voice actor.
Yo.
I
Better
think that's the
Call
only one.
Saul has 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it has like insanely high reviews. I took a look at it one time and was like, that was way more than what I was
Yeah,
expecting.
it is Bob Odenkirk. I was right. He's
Yep.
great. He's such a good actor.
Who did he play in The Incredibles?
He was in Incredibles 2.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
He's
was
the.
the bad chick's brother
That's right.
who
That's right.
just
Yeah,
wanted to actually do good stuff.
yeah. I really like his work. He's really good.
Um,
Um,
yeah, but Incredibles is an incredible movie.
wow. I see what you did there.
Too much. Too
A little
bad
bit.
of a that was a bad pun.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Did you want to get into a little bit of Aquaman?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. Do you
Let's
care
do it.
about do you care about spoilers?
I have literally no caring about spoilers.
Okay.
I couldn't care more.
So the story's crap right off the bat. Um
No, no, really.
it's literally There are other movies that have like the same exact story, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But it's out. It's unoriginal. Basically, he's an
Um,
outcast and he has to redeem his family name.
Thor, right off the bat. That's just Thor, the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's also like another like God. I don't think it's the same because that's Norse. Thor's Norse mythology, but what is it Poseidon?
Yeah,
In
that's Greek mythology.
That's Greek. So I mean, it's basically like it's the same story.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically, he has to fight his brother, who's like the bad guy. That's never happened before in films.
what? That's crazy.
um, he. The love interest is kind of stupid. Um,
But she's got red hair. She's not like other girls.
well, it's not. It's not that she's stupid. It's the writing is so poor, so poor, such poor writing.
Much very poor.
Um, Also, but I will give the movie this: the CGI and the visuals are incredible.
That's
Like
what I've heard.
the set pieces and the like the worlds, like the underwater cities and everything look amazing. Amazing. And the CGI in this movie during especially during the action scenes and like during like chase scenes and big battle sequences is really good. Really good. Like you can see the smallest details like really clearly. I mean, it is just phenomenal. Phenomenally created CGI. Um, and the colors and the art style are incredible. I can't give it enough praise about the way it looks. Like it's so good.
It gives me like it gives me like Avatar and Jupiter Ascending vibes,
Yes. Both
like the
films
visual
with
style.
incredible CGI, fantastic animation, but really piss poor storytelling. And that can't hold on to an audience if it tried.
And actually Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
That was also very well animated. Excellent CGI, great motion capture. Really stupid story. Really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they all sort of fall into the same category because they're all basically the same thing.
Yeah. It was directed by James Wan.
I'm a big fan, right? I love James Wan.
Really?
I really do like his work.
He's a
I
horror
haven't.
movie director, right?
Yep, he did Conjuring one
Oh,
and
great.
two.
Both fantastic films.
Amazing. Yeah, I really, gosh,
Two is almost as good as one.
I'm right there with you. Two is such a good movie, such a
Hmm.
good follow up to it.
And coming from me, that's big because I rarely praise horror films. Because most of them are not good. If you
Yeah,
can
I
find a way to make a horror film like an actually good piece of cinema, like that just means you're an excellent filmmaker. I think he got carried away on Aquaman though. It's a little much.
took it a little too far.
There's a sequence where he's fighting his brother in a big arena, and like people are cheering and watching, and like there's a I guess you would call it like a helicopter shot or like it's a CGI shot where like the camera zooms past like it zooms outwards and upwards like over the arena,
Yep.
which is like a literal impossible shot unless it's CGI. Um, so like it like focuses for a second on this octopus playing a huge like set of drums, and
I heard that there
it
was
totally takes you out of the movie. Like that's a really gripping part of the movie because it's like about to be this really badass, like really cool action sequence, and you're like, oh man, they're gonna fight. It's gonna be great. And then it's like this octopus playing drums for like 3 seconds. I'm not even kidding you. It's only like 3 seconds where it's on the screen, and it totally takes your attention away from the film, and you're reminded, oh, that's right, this is stupid. And it was
That's
just there
weird.
was so much pointless nonsense in the movie like that.
It's almost like it's like what I heard, and I'm not claiming to have come up with this terminology, but I heard a lot of people saying it's almost like a cartoon,
Yeah,
like a Saturday morning cartoon,
it is.
and that sounds very entertaining. Like this movie to me sounds like it sounds like it's really entertaining,
Oh, it's fun
and
to
it sounds
watch.
yeah.
Absolutely. Especially because of the visuals. The visuals are half the fun. The rest of the fun is how ridiculous some of it is, and it really is a fun, lighthearted film. Um, all the dark parts and like serious and brooding parts end up being funny because of how goofy they are. But
Yeah, I
it's good. Like it's a good movie, I'd say. But it's not great. It is very silly, and when it tries to take itself seriously, it's not doing it, you know.
I mean I don't know how what's the best way that you could like direct this movie and it come out good like you know like I don't
Camp
understand.
campy comedic action flick, and that's what it was. And it was, how much money did it make? It had to have made a lot.
I'm sure it made it
Um
flipping crap. I mean, the second one's announced, so like it must have made a lot. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess yeah, make it campy, but I then you can't take it seriously when it's trying to be serious. So I'm like, I don't
I'm
know what
on
this movie.
Box Office Mojo. Let's see. Um Okay, so domestic, it made $332 million.
Okay,
Uh, domestic, foreign, it made 803,400,000. And worldwide, it made $1,135,000,000.
I don't really know what to compare that to because I don't really deal with like
So it's automatically up there as one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
that's ridiculous. That's absurd.
Are you
Um,
kidding me? It's Aquaman.
it's
I don't
got
know
like
what did it. Like it's so goofy.
like
It's
freaking props to James Wan for
don't
pulling that
yeah.
off.
Don't get me wrong. It was a goofy movie, but it was fun to watch. It was fun to go to the theaters and be like, "Oh boy, this is actually really enjoyable."
How
Um
long was it?
Too long.
That's where I
It's
that's
2
where I get.
hours and 19 minutes.
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
that's way too long. That's like a half an hour too long.
Yeah.
I'd say even more.
Yeah.
That's like 45 minutes too long. Like I'm
There was so much that could have been cut out. There's a whole part where they go to like the Marianas Trench because it's like there's like a group of sea people that live down there and they have to convince them to like join them or whatever, or like
yep.
stop them from joining the bad guys. Um, and or no, 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 he has to go down there to get a special trident that will allow him to become king. Um, and there's a 5 minute sequence of them on the boat getting attacked by sea monsters, like human-sized crustacean things that are like crawling up onto the boat and trying to kill them.
Yep.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. And that would seem like a waste of money to animate that.
Yeah, I mean the budget. How much was the budget on this? Because it must have been massive. Because the flipping
Um,
CG in this movie looks insane. Um,
hang on.
see budget 160 million.
Are you kidding me? And this movie made 1.1 over 1.1 billion
It's not a
dollars.
lot for this movie. I mean, it's high budget, but it's a freaking high return. Oh my gosh.
I want to see where it is all time.
Okay, according to January 21st, it's $1 billion, 67 million, basically.
No, Box Office Mojo says it's made worldwide 1.135 billion. One
Okay.
billion 135 million.
Well, it looks like
Is
on
it
IMDb.
still in theaters?
Yeah, it's still in theaters because I went to
Oh
like
my
I was
god.
gonna see if I could watch it. When did that come out? It came out December 21st. It's a long time. That is a that's, dude. That's a long time.
um,
Um,
I wonder. Let's see. All time. It's 57 all time domestic. That's huge. It's the
that's
57th
pretty.
most all time domestic moneymaker. That's incredible.
That is really impressive. I'm really
No
definitely
wonder
impressed
they
by that.
confirmed a sequel. This
Yeah,
is
I
like
bet that
one
was.
of this is one of the most successful selling films of all time. I didn't even realize that until right now. I promise you, I did not know that.
That's ridiculous.
It
I
topped
do.
1 billion worldwide.
Now, all of this is a moot point if the movie doesn't have Willem Dafoe in it,
It does.
and it does have Willem Dafoe,
I know.
and that is all you can say. You can stop right there.
And
So,
he's great in the movie.
I'm sure. When I saw the trailer, I was like, "Is that Willem Dafoe?" I'm like, "Holy crap! Sign me up!"
I don't remember if he dies or not.
Oh, he must have been a really important character then.
He kind of was. He was like he like trained Aquaman.
Gotcha.
He was like the guy who taught him to swim really fast as a boy, and like he was Aquaman's brother's advisor, and like he secretly helped Aquaman like try and take the throne from his brother, and his brother was like, I know what you're up to. And I think he like stabs him or something. I don't remember if he lives or not. I think he does. I'm really not sure. But like plot twist, Aquaman's mom is still alive. This movie is literally
No.
this movie is literally How to Train Your Dragon 2. Have you ever seen that movie?
I feel like in a dream I saw that movie.
Like he finds like this secret place, this secret
Yes. Okay,
dragon
I have seen
home.
this.
He
Yes.
finds a secret dragon home where the big giant dragon is like the mama, and like it's like
Mhm.
protecting this secret paradise. Literally in Aquaman, there's like a secret paradise, and his mom is there. And in How to Train Your Dragon 2, his mom is there. I'm like, what happened, James Wan? How did you? I like to think that he was like with his kids, and they were watching How to Train Your Dragon 2, and he's like, that's a really good sequence. I should put that in my movie. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
your mom is alive. Oh, where have I seen that? I was sitting in the theater. I'm like, where have I seen this plot before? Where has this subplot happened before? And it's
Gosh,
like
if it was
literally How to Train Your Dragon 2, a DreamWorks movie. And it's like, okay, Aquaman.
that's
Yeah, very,
absurd.
very subtle. And like in How to Train Your Dragon, she had like raggedy clothes on and like
Mhm.
special armor that she made out of dragon scales. And
Mhm.
in Aquaman, she has armor that she made out of like crab parts. And it's like
It sounds worse. It's
it's
like
so
the down.
it's so strange. I don't understand why they're so similar. I wanted to see like a side by side scene comparison on YouTube.
It's probably shot for shot. I'd be putting some money down for shot for shot. I would love the idea of him sitting in the boardroom. He's like, "So you guys seen How to Train Your Dragon 2?"
It's a pretty good movie. I'm thinking about making $1.1 billion off copying it.
Oh my gosh! All right, guys, we're getting lunch out today. Let's all go see How to Train Your Dragon 2. That's like, gosh, that is like, it's ridiculous to me that like he took this plot from like like a lower like mid to lower tier kids movie, I guess,
Yeah.
then like made it worse because it sounds to me like he made it worse.
I mean, it's
But
pretty much exactly the same. It's like not a big reveal.
yeah, and then
It's made out to be, but it's really not. You're like, oh, I guess she's still alive. Cool.
oh shocker, never saw
Yeah.
that one. Man, I
Yeah.
feel like this movie pretends like no other movies exist. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like it's like such a like all the plot.
Aquaman is the only movie.
We don't even need to compare, like, but box office. It's the most movie. You know what I mean?
The most movie of all
The most
movie.
movie of all movie. But
It's
yeah,
something,
really,
man. It's worth
Aquaman,
seeing.
great movie. Gosh, I
And
don't
I
want to
bet
go
you,
watch it though.
I bet you, if you went into that theater, there would be at least 6 other people in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
There are probably still people going to see it. It's still making money to this day, I'm sure.
This is a movie that I like. Like my mom gets my dad for like Father's Day or something, and I
I
watch it in the corner while I scroll Reddit. That's like this is like the primo movie for that
I am
for
literally
me.
going to buy it on Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh, there's so many other movies you could buy on Blu-ray
But
right
it's
now.
good. It's really enjoyable. It's a
It's like
good
a
movie, but it's very silly. Like
it's a little goofy.
there's a Pitbull cover of Toto's Africa.
What?
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
a
seven
there-
movies in one.
there's a Pitbull cover of Toto's Africa when they're like in the desert, which is kind of offensive because the implication is that Africa is all just one big desert. And it's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that usage. And it's like, we gotta go to. There used to be an ancient city underneath the Sahara Desert, and we gotta go to Africa. And it's like,
Playing
yeah, an Africa cover by Toto, and you're just like, why? What is the point? And then they like, did you ever see the Mummy movies
Oh
with
yeah,
Brendan Fraser?
I watched all of the Scorpion Kings.
There was only one, right?
No, there's like six.
Oh, why?
There's a yeah, they get progressively worse.
Isn't The Rock
Um,
only in the first one?
CG Rock, I believe.
No, it's CG. Dwayne Johnson is in the first Mummy movie. No, not the
Mm,
Mummy movie. The
Scorpion
Scorpion
King
King movie, and he's in that movie. And he's CG
in the Mummy
in the
movies.
Mummy too. Um,
Yes. And
well, Aquaman copies another trope from the Mummy franchise.
what? I'm so surprised.
There's a British pilot
Oh my
flying them
gosh.
over the desert in Africa, and he's like, "There's not another landing field for 30 miles." And he's like, and
Are you kidding me?
Aquaman's like, "What are you gonna do?" Redheads, as she jumps out of the plane, and it's
I
like,
love that
and
line.
it's like he's just like, "Ugh, redheads," and like he
Like, what is
jumps
that
out of the
supposed
plane, and the British guy's like, "What? What are these wankers doing?" No, he doesn't say that, but it'd be funny. Crikey!
um,
Yeah, there's a British pilot in the desert, just like all the other Mummy movies where there's a British pilot in the desert. And they're like, he's not the main character, he's a side character, but he's British. And it's like they could have easily made a native Saharan guy the pilot. But no, he had to be a cheeky, comedic British pilot because that's what that trope is.
I mean, is there any other pilot to have really?
To pilot you
Is it-
across the Sahara?
Yeah,
I don't know,
Pitbull
man.
sings Africa's Africa by Toto.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this movie was so funny. It was
This to
so
me
funny.
feels like just like five movies rolled into one.
It
and there's
is.
just
It
so
really
much
is.
extra. It's just like leftover movies that they just like decide. It's like just like scripts and like screenplays that they're like, well, how can we fit this into DC? Let's just roll it up, call it Aquaman, and we'll ship
Yes.
it. Like what? Like
think
what?
about think about every corny superhero trope as well that
Oh
you
my
can.
gosh.
They're all in this movie. Some of them multiple times.
I feel like the funny, like the quote, you can't see me, I'm doing air quote, funny, like Jason Momoa, like, haha, I'm like Aquaman. Like I don't get it. Like when I see his like quote unquote jokes in the trailer, it just feels really cringy to me.
It's
Like it's
less
not funny.
cringy in the movie.
Okay,
It's
because
just kind of like eye roll. You know,
if
you're
you
just like,
yeah,
oh,
I love Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's probably like my favorite Marvel movie. Like because it's genuinely funny and it's I'm gonna butcher his name, but it's like Taika Waititi directed it and he
Yeah.
did Hunt for the Wilder People. I really like Hunt for the Wilder. Great movie. And I really liked the humor that was in it. And I know that's kind of a thing that superhero movies just are just action comedies now, which
Yep.
I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but just whatever.
Depending on the movie, it is.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just didn't. It just seemed like just to copy it and almost like
Oh,
completely rip off Thor.
don't
Like,
get me wrong. A lot of it is pretty cringe, but a lot of it is also really kind of like charming. I don't know how else to describe it, but charming. You know, it's like, aw, you know,
it's like a little.
that's funny. You know,
It's
come
like
on,
an
that's funny. You know,
it's like an ugly dog. Like dog, you know what I'm saying? Like
he's
dogs take care
ugly,
of.
but he's trying. You know, he's
It's a
trying,
dog.
and he
You know.
doesn't know he's ugly,
No, he
but
just wants to
he's doing the
treat.
best that he can.
Exactly, and you can't help but be like, oh, you're
Yeah.
ugly. And you don't know,
Yeah,
but
it's kind of, a lot
um,
of the movie is like that, and like there's literally like romantic comedy bits of this movie where
oh
they're like
gosh,
they're in Greece, him and the
redheads,
woman are in
right?
Greece, and they're like flirting,
The
and he
woman.
like gets her flowers or something, and like he's like looking at her from afar while she's talking to someone else, and like she glances over at him and smiles while there's like a corny 70s love song playing, and I'm like,
Oh,
what is this? What is this movie? And that's right before a huge freaking action sequence. And it's crazy. It's so strange. It's so strange. There's also like two villains, a villain and a sub-villain, and the sub-villain is avenging his father that Aquaman literally leaves for dead at the beginning of the movie.
well,
So it establishes at the very beginning of the movie that Aquaman is a dick. And it's like, oh, that's a cool
Aquaman
character
bad.
trait. He's like please, you gotta save my dad. He's gonna drown. He's pinned.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
pinned under this heavy metal object. And Aquaman's like, you should have thought about that before killing innocent people. And
Oh
it's
man.
like, what? Bro. He's like trying to be dark, I guess. And then
Yeah.
there's multiple like Deadpool level superhero landings. There's multiple like character name reveals. The first one is like, call me, like the bad guy's name in the comic book is Ocean Master, and the guy literally has a line where he's like, call me Ocean Master. And it's like so much. You're like, and then like the last line in the film is, I am Aquaman. I'm
Oh,
not
I hate
joking.
that. I hate
It's
it.
so awesome.
Thanks. I hate it. Gosh.
It's so stupid. I love it. Oh my gosh, man. It's such a strange phenomenon. And
I
I
mean,
guarantee you the second one is going to be horse crap.
this is clearly Oscar bait, right? Like this is just, you know what I'm saying?
No. It wasn't nominated. Are you kidding? That's
Yes,
Black
of course I'm
Panther.
kidding. Black Panther. I have
Did
some
it
opinions
win?
on Black. I don't know.
I didn't
And I
watch
don't
the
care.
Oscars.
Award shows are BS anyway. It doesn't. I don't care about them really. I
I
cared
know.
about the Oscars for 2 years, and then I was like, whatever. Um, but it's just such a. I don't care about award shows ever or the Oscars. They're just nothing to me. But golly, man, Black Panther does not. It's not that good of a movie. Like, there's plenty. Like,
Oh, it's the
there's
24th. We should watch it.
sure, why
It's on
not?
Sunday.
What time Sunday?
8.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about them, just because I don't know. I don't think they do a lot. They just I don't know.
Queen
But
and Adam Lambert to perform.
Queen,
Yeah, Queen's going to perform.
like band Queen,
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury Queen.
That just, I literally Googled 2019 Oscars and it says, Queen and Adam Lambert to perform at the Oscars. Watch
Are they?
announcement.
Is Queen still? I didn't know Queen was still
They've
performing.
been touring for a long time. They have a singer.
I literally had no idea.
Yeah, Adam Lambert is their lead singer now.
Oh,
I
that's
don't think
crazy.
they've recorded it all with him, but they like him and he sings for them. And he's got a really
That's
good
pretty
voice.
sweet.
Yeah.
So they're not doing? Are they doing new albums or are they done?
I don't know. They don't
It's
talk about
weird.
it.
so weird to me. I don't know. Well, anyway, I mean, you think Black Panther deserves to
No,
win an Oscar?
that would
It's not
literally be if Black Panther wins an Oscar, it would be more insulting to black people if it didn't.
like I remember when Moonlight won over my favorite movie, La La Land,
I didn't see
and
Moonlight.
I did. It's an art. It's like it's art house. It's 824.
Did it
It's
deserve to win?
I think so. Honestly, it was really really good. Like beautifully like cinematography, the color palette was
Cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The framing of the story really really good. Like it deserved to win, and it was like a black cast. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Like it was an amazing movie, really really good.
Black
Um,
Panther was a good movie.
like go
Black
see that
Panther
movie. Like
does not deserve an Oscar. I'm sorry, it is more insulting. And I literally talked about my friend Joe with this. He's a huge Black Panther fan, and he's like really big on like the black community, and he loves the Marvel movies, and he's a huge like movie fan and cinema fan. And he literally told me, he's like, as a black person, it would be. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna sneeze.
let's see.
My friend, he said as a black person, it would be really cool if it won an Oscar. And I
Dude,
told him,
Moonlight.
okay, like I get it, but there have been better African American films than Black Panther that deserve
Yeah,
Oscars and that have
absolutely.
won Oscars. Moonlight,
Yeah,
and it's
Moonlight,
like
literally.
it's like
It
that's your
deserved it,
victory.
100%.
Black Panther is not an artist. I wouldn't say
It's
that.
not good. No, it's not. It's literally not.
It's a good
There was
movie. I would say it's a
it's
good movie, but
not
it's not a great
okay.
movie. Look, I get it. Okay, like I understand. I obviously will not never understand the plight of like being black in America. Obviously, because I'm not black. But
Oh yeah.
I understand the mentality behind that. Like it's the first real big black superhero movie. Blade. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, that's not true.
Um,
Um,
no, like it's the first real big mainstream
mainstream.
black
Fair enough. Fair
superhero
enough.
movie, and I get that, but the Oscars are for art pieces, and there was a really good black art piece that won last year,
It
and Black
absolutely did.
Panther is not an art piece movie. I'm
No,
sorry, and it doesn't
it's a
deserve a win.
popcorn.
If you, it's a popcorn movie. Yeah, you're right.
It's fluff.
It
It's
is.
just fluff and nothing, and just entertainment. That's all it is. It's I mean,
It's
it's
good.
literally it's just Aquaman basically. I mean, they're
No,
both
it's better than Aquaman. I mean, come on.
well. I'll give it that. I think it's better than Aquaman. I didn't really care for it all that much. I didn't think it was bad necessarily. It's just another Marvel movie, and I'm kind of sick of
Yeah.
them. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Maybe if I hadn't seen any of them,
Dude,
and
you
I
should
saw
see
that, I
Aquaman.
would.
You're sick of Marvel movies. You're sick of Marvel movies? You should see Aquaman, dude. It's definitely
I
not
don't
like
think.
any Marvel movie ever.
So you're telling me it's better?
It's better than every Marvel movie ever.
I don't think
I'm just kidding.
that's good. Um,
You're breaking up real
yeah, I
bad.
don't know. All right, let me get a little closer.
Okay.
Is this sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel just fatigue with these movies, and I mean, just DC trying to like capitalize on it and like have their run at like a MCU type thing, DCU or whatever. I'm kind of like, I'm done. I don't care about them anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the same story. Now, there's a couple of things like I'm obviously gonna see like Endgame and the new Spider-Man. Like I watch most of them, and I like enjoy them on some sort of popcorn fluff level. But there's a few that stand out in Marvel that I think are good. Um,
I
but
thought
I don't
Infinity
know.
War was incredible.
I thought Infinity War was really good. It felt a little to me. It felt like the one thing that I didn't really like about it, and I think will be resolved by the next one coming out, is like it felt just disjointed to me. Like it didn't feel like a very unifying movie. Like there was a lot of like loose ends, but like I get it. Like there's another one coming out that will probably like sort of, I guess, tie those up.
They're
But
saying they're saying that the next one takes place 6 years after Infinity War.
that's weird to me.
I like it.
I don't know. It's interesting. I get it. I guess. I guess we'll just have to see.
New Spider-Man looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for Spider-Man. Spider-Man was like my favorite superhero growing up, so I'm down for any Spider-Man movie. Sam, the other ones,
Did you
and
see Into the
the.
Spider-Verse?
I didn't. I really want to though, because it got like insanely good.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Let me see.
It's your
Yeah,
poor
should be
internet.
fine now. Yeah, I know. I guess Abby's probably playing Fortnite or something.
That's okay. Um,
It's not, but yeah. Um, but yeah. What was I saying?
we were talking about um, Infinity War.
Okay. Talking about Infinity War.
Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it had like really good reviews, so I do want to see it at some point. And I really like the animation. Like I think it's animated really nice. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to watching that. I guess when it comes out on DVD or something,
Mm-hmm.
DVD, Blu-ray. um, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that one. Is it connected to the MC? It's not.
No. It's a Sony Spider-Man
Oh,
movie, so like it's just them.
gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to check that. I don't feel like I've really kept track of the superhero movies coming out.
Yeah, me neither. Dude,
Like
there have been.
honestly, I
Go ahead.
was gonna say, I mean, honestly, there's so many movies I just haven't seen,
Yeah.
like old, like I just watched Vertigo, with Jacob, and gosh, so good. And I really want to see more Hitchcock's movies because I really haven't seen any. Like I started Vertigo when I went on a trip, and then I fell asleep, but
Yeah.
because well, I don't know,
As you do.
but, yeah, as one does. It was actually when I went to India, so it was like
Oh.
I was pretty tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just fell asleep. But the introduction to what was it? Vertigo was pretty like just so artistic. I really like that.
Yeah.
So I do want to see more of Hitchcock's movies. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's too many movies that I haven't seen that I just need to see before I really like. I guess continue watching the movies coming out. I haven't been to see a movie in a long time.
Me
Although
neither.
when the drive-in opens up, I think that's in a month. The drive-in opens up. I'm gonna be hitting that like every weekend because
Dude, you gotta stop.
I can't. It's. I mean, I just need to get people to go with me.
I'm talking about you talking about it on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
No, it's don't stop. I mean, it's just becoming like an inside joke at this point.
Okay,
But
fair
I
enough.
love that. Keep it up,
Yeah,
man.
we'll roll with it.
Maybe
Okay,
they'll
so
give us a
anyway,
sponsorship.
I don't know. I know the guy a little bit.
You got to get
he
in
taught
there.
me.
You got to be like, dude,
Hey,
give us $5. We'll plug you. Give us another
it's
$5. We'll plug you
$5.
the next episode.
I think I'd rather just get like free concessions. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I'm
I'd rather
not
get
going to
free.
be driving all the way out there as frequently as you. That's giving you free concessions.
Well, I don't see you making any to give them any airtime here. You're just trying to shut
We're
them down. I
talking
don't think
about
you
him
should.
right now.
Yeah, but you want to shut it down.
No, I don't. I literally said it's a fun inside joke and we should keep going.
Well, initially, the joke is that you don't want me to talk about it, but I'm going to. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the joke, or is the joke the fact that it just happens?
I think the joke is that we've been talking about this drive-in,
You're
and
a
they're getting all this
joke.
airtime.
You're a joke.
I am a
That's
joke.
what you are.
Ouch. Oh, gosh, man, strong words.
Sick bird. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
but seriously, they're great. And I'm gonna try and get them to do because like every once in a while they'll like do
Yeah.
like they'll have a car come in and they'll like do the commercial for that car. Like it's like they did a Ford Escort GT and then they did a Camaro or something. And my mom has a VW bus that like is fully restored on the outside. I'm gonna try and see if I can get them to do like one of those for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool, and everybody can come check it out. It's just, gosh, it's such an awesome experience. Highly recommend it. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to him.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did you have anything else, or did you want to wrap it up?
That's about it. Did you have any thoughts on what we would maybe talk about next? Like if there was another movie coming out that you're interested in? I know we were talking about the Mule, but is that still in theaters?
No, it's not.
However, Aquaman still is.
Aquaman still is, so you should all go see that. We're trying to get it to the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah, we can do it, guys.
We can do it if
First
we try.
subscribe to PewDiePie, then go see Aquaman.
Yeah, subscribe to
Um,
PewDiePie, then go see
I
Aquaman.
which I think we're at like a 40,000 sub count difference. By the way, for those who care.
I don't.
Um,
I don't.
you don't care?
No, I care, but I don't think that it's gonna be. It's gonna last much longer.
Honestly, it's lasted way longer than I thought it would. Like
It's been lower before too. It's been a lower
Oh,
gap
yeah.
before.
It's
Been an
literally
8.
been-
It's been to 8,000.
yeah, 100%, and then it jumped up to 130, and then it's like resting at like 40,000 right now. That's the last that I've seen. It was like 40,000. It's been like 40,000 for like a week, and they haven't broke like 90 million, and they have just like they've just plateaued basically in the 80 millions.
How many people live in India?
It's in the song that he made, the diss track, but I don't know the words. Um,
I want to know because I want to know what his competition is. He doesn't have a chance, man.
okay, well, but do you understand that it's also a
One
third world
point
country?
339 billion people live in India.
Yeah, and most of them cannot afford a phone.
Dude, do you know how cheap a smartphone is now?
Dude, I will say Indian smartphones are super cheap. Like what is it? Like Huawei or whatever, and like OnePlus. They're certainly like,
Vodafone.
yeah, they're super cheap, affordable phones there. But it's still like,
They're probably
It's the-
garbage.
well, they're I mean they're not they're okay. They're nowhere like I mean you get what you pay for, but like
Yeah.
But
Why do you think
seriously-
Facebook makes so much money in India?
oh my
That
gosh,
they don't
yeah,
have
that's-
like they don't have like Instagram over there, and like Facebook is like the only social media they have, and every Indian or Bengali person I've ever met, and like when I went to New York City recently, we met like a lot of Bengali guys, and that was really cool. But like they were all like all over Facebook, like they spent every waking moment on their phone, like on Facebook. Like
gosh,
that's their YouTube. Like they don't
Is it
really do a lot of
really?
YouTube over there. Yeah.
dude, I'll tell you
YouTube
what,
is new to them. That's why T Series is getting all these subscribers. Like they had previously only been like the whole Facebook Facebook video that was really popular over there.
Yep.
You know, because Facebook has a similar monetization style to YouTube now. And like
so it's bad.
so you had Indian not YouTubers but Facebookers, like guys who would make videos on Facebook and upload them to Facebook and make money off of it. Yeah.
That's weird. I did not know that. I feel like
Yeah.
Facebook just steals everything from everyone.
Facebook is a lot bigger internationally than it is in America, honestly. Probably.
I mean, it's massive. Facebook's huge. However, I will say, Indian Netflix, superior to American Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, because
Why?
the regional is like they region lock stuff in the U.S. so you can't see like you can't watch certain shows. Like they had like John Wick and Drive like right off the bat. Like they had like John Wick, Drive, Casablanca, like all these like. Well, for me, like I love Drive and John Wick.
How do you
But
get to Indian
Indian like
Netflix?
localization for Netflix?
Yeah.
There's a subreddit I know that where you can like they talk about like different like how you can change your localization to different places to get
Yeah.
different Netflix like it's ridiculous. It was a weird Reddit hole I went down. But yeah, like apparently you can change it to get different stuff. But I'm not really sure how to do it. And I saved like I tried to because you could download stuff on Netflix, like on your phone or whatever, for like 20 days. I downloaded a bunch of stuff, and then when I came to America, all of it went away.
It went away.
Yeah, they got me. They
Oh,
really
no.
they did. Sad, but
Conspiracy.
But seriously, if you want to like unlock Netflix, like flipping like change your region to India because they've got some way better stuff on there. Or just to shake it up because I mean American Netflix actually has some they've got some really good stuff, but you just want to like change it up, just switch to a bunch of different like regions,
That's
because it
funny.
just opens up a ton of stuff. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's the
that's the rub.
that's right.
Well, I would like to personally thank each and every single one of you who's listened to this episode of the podcast. I'm not going to do that, but I would like to. So instead of doing that, I will just say thank you to all of you who have listened, whether it's on Anchor, Apple Music, Spotify, or YouTube, or any of the other platforms that we're on.
Or Facebook for those Indian folks
Yeah,
out
Indian
there.
Facebookers, really appreciative of you. Um, I thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment on anything that we talked about this episode in the comments section. I want to hear your thoughts on Aquaman. I want to hear what people thought about it. And Noah, you have anything to add?
That's about it. I mean, just subscribe to PewDiePie. That's it.
You're really in on this thing, aren't you?
I am. Look, you know what? I'm just embracing it.
Okay,
I'm
fair
I'm
enough.
full embracing me. Yeah.
I can't blame you for that. You know,
I have one last thing. How do you feel about the Elon Musk memes?
the Elon Musk what?
The Elon Musk memes, where it's like like Eel on Musk, and it's like a different like
Oh,
photoshops. I'm
I don't
I'm
care. It's not funny to me.
I'm done with them. Like the first one was like, oh, that's funny. And yeah, I'm sick of this.
There's a
Let's
lot of good
stop this.
memes lately. Shaggy was really good, and now it's like nobody, and then like something happens.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
good, and then like
I feel like Chuck Norris was gonna make a little bit of a response, but
no.
I think it might have trickled off. Um,
Um, there's good memes lately.
there have
So
been.
kids, eat your vitamins, consume your memes, drink your orange juice, and thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks a bunch. So, we'll see you in the next episode of the For Future Reference podcast. Um, until then, stay cool.
We will, and you should too.
All right. Bye.